The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This was a very, very, very good show. Now, before I get into spoilers, everybody, first off, my name's Shalise. I enjoyed The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think this is a very good TV show. This show had a lot of answer a lot of questions, and it had to fulfill a lot of things. Can Sam Wilson become Captain America? Can he become just as great as Steve Rogers was? Can he live up to the mantle? In some cases, yes. Some cases, he doesn't. This show builds up Sam Wilson's character of him kind of ditching the Falcon uniform and becoming full-fledged Captain America to represent for the people. He may not be as technically like a great martial artist. He may not be the greatest fighter in the world. He may not be the greatest he may not be the greatest leader compared to Steve Rogers, but him himself, he's just gotta stop looking at what Steve did, like all the stuff that Steve was good at, and try to do his own thing. Try to be something different. Try to be different, but something that respects Steve Rogers' shield. That something that respects Steve Rogers' legacy and legacy of future America. And I think Sam Wilson lives up to that thing. He's not like Steve Rogers, who was born in a different time. He lives in this time period. He's a black man in now Captain America suit. He's dealt with. Now, I'm not saying he's dealt with personally racism also, but he knows what it means for someone like him to wear the shield, to own the shield, to own the costume. And I really think the show did a great job of really showing how Sam Wilson is going to be the new Captain America. And not to say, I say this is like the origin story. Think of this show as the first Avenger for Sam Wilson. I want to see Sam Wilson improve. I want to see him as the future leader of the Avengers. If the future movies do Sam Wilson justice and they make him like a very authoritative figure, like an alpha male type character, and for the Avengers, future Avengers films, and he becomes more of a leadership role, then I'm gonna love his character. And if he starts to do more because there's a lot of things that comes with being Captain America that's not just because of the shield and the stars and stripes. Captain America's the leader of the Avengers. He's the one that everyone looks to in the darkest moments. Sam Wilson, in some cases, needs to be like that. So I'm hoping the character lives up to it. I hope that he gets better in mixed martial arts, because I'm very tired of seeing Sam get his ass kicked. So I really hope he improves later on in future movies. But for this TV show, they did the job well of doing Sam Wilson, his character, and growing him. Also, what the show did well was his relationship between him and Bucky. Him and Bucky's relationship reminds me of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from Rush Hour, or Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan from Shanghai Noon. Their chemistry together is just so playful. It's like bickering little siblings, always fighting against each other. And everyone thinks they're right, and they did a great job with Bucky's character about him being the past of the Winter Soldier and making up for the stuff he's done, having nightmares, and trying to basically right the wrongs of his past. So what they did with Bucky, and with Bucky's character and his relationship with Sam Wilson, great job. So I think they did great for the main two characters, Bucky, Sam. I think they did great for their character arcs and their relationship. Also, what this storyline is about, there's a group called the Flag Smashers. These Flag Smashers, basically, they want a united world, one voice. The reason why they're called Flag Smashers because they don't believe in separate nations and all that stuff. Before the blip happened and after Thanos snapped his fingers and then everybody disappeared, people were united. People had jobs. There was a lot more growth. But now you got an overpopulated world, and half the governments of the world, they don't know what to do. They really don't know what to do with all the people they have to move around. They think, okay, we got to deport a lot of people now. What do we do with the people who are now homeless, who had these homes before, now they lost their homes? I mean, what's the legal issues? And this is a lot of things that is great. I'm really glad they showed this part of this world that answer that need to be taught, that need to be told. What is the world going to happen when all the people that disappeared come back? You got a whole bunch of issues. And the Flag Smashers, they're the extreme, and they're being pushed out. So they're like, you know what? We're going to go wherever we want, and if not... And they're led by a radical young woman named Carly. She wants everybody to be united, but she doesn't mind killing people along the way. So she becomes a radicalized young woman in this... she's a radicalized young woman in this entire TV show, and she does some stupid stuff that I will get later into. But overall... That's non-spoilers right there, but there's certain things I will spoil now. Now, Sam Wilson and freaking Bucky they but they unleash from jail Helmut Zemo, or Baron Zemo. And Zemo, what is he doing? He wants to end the Winter Soldier project, because apparently the Flag Smashers with Carly are super soldiers and all this stuff. So somebody's duplicated the Winter Soldier project, and so Sam Wilson and the Winter Soldier, Bucky, have to go take down the person who made the Super Soldier Serum. So they need Baron von Zemel's character. They need his help in order to track him. There's a lot of funny moments. Baron von Zemel's a great character, a great villain. I think they did a great job with his character. And I like the little fact that he mentioned about what happens with Sokovia and the hypocrisy of the Avengers. Like how Sokovia is no longer Sokovia because it's been taken over by other countries. And now it's no longer the same. It's like a less than a 10-second clip at the end of like episode 3. And it's just like, Baron von Zemo, I understand completely where he's coming from. And at the end of the day, he's sent back to the raft. So I like this character. I like his character progression. And I still do enjoy him as a character. So, Baron von Zemo, they did a great job with him. Now, there's this one guy named Isaac Bradley. Apparently, he was a super soldier after Steve Rogers. He was the first. Because this is what I loved about the show, they showed the dark side of a freaking America. About the stuff that they did to his own citizen and to other people around the world. Apparently, the U.S. government did experiments for the Winter Soldier experiment. Basically, they tried to do their own thing, the Super Soldier Serum, to young African Americans. They told them it was different medicine, and basically, they were experimenting on them. This man who fought for his country, spent 30 years in jail, Isaac Bradley, he has a lot of hate towards America and for what is done to him. And he's a little bit prejudiced towards, he's a little bit closed-minded, in a sense, with good reason, mind you, of why he doesn't trust the government, why he doesn't trust, the future and all that, the future, everything could be all better. But I have great respect for what they were doing with this character, and I think it was a great job done, and he's from a comic book, so I think they did the character justice. And speaking of soldiers, Isaac Bradley was used by the government, but in some cases you could say the same thing for John Walker. John Walker's a new Captain America. Yes, he's a new Captain America. After Sam Wilson gives up the shield, and they make this guy, Soldier John Walker, into the freaking Captain America. And a lot of people didn't like him because, he was replacing Steve and everybody wanted Sam Wilson to be that. So much so that fans are even harassing the actor online and sending him death threats, which is just freaking stupid as hell. Now, John Walker, the character, I really enjoyed. He's really a man who's going through post-traumatic stress disorder. He's going through a ton of shit that he doesn't really need to go through. I really feel for his character. I feel for the stuff he's gone through. I feel like he's just trying to make the best out of the best situation, but there are certain things I do not like about what the story was doing for him. But John Walker as a character and how he becomes a different, not Captain America, but U.S. agent, I'm liking. So I like John Walker, the character. I think he was a great job. I think he has a potential to be even a great Captain America, just like Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers. I do enjoy John Walker as Captain America or a U.S. agent. I do enjoy John Walker as a character. Now, there are certain things I'm going to establish about John Walker. Everyone was so upset that he killed that one dude who basically didn't kill his best friend Lamar. John Walker had a best friend named Lamar, sidekick, and he was the best friend during the tour. And John Walker and Lamar, with Bucky and Sam, tried to take down Carly and her group of radicals. During this time, Carly, who I cannot sympathize for whatsoever, she's planning to kill Captain America. And this is the things I hate about the show, about the scene. The guy says, oh, it wasn't me who killed Lamar and all this stuff. And everyone sees, John Walker literally killed a dude in front of live TV and he's killed a defenseless dude. But yet this dude was holding John Walker back while Carly was going to go for the kill. And I hated that stupid scene where she's like, I didn't mean to kill your friend Lamar. He didn't matter to me. She was literally going to stab freaking John Walker with a knife. So I hated that entire scene, how everyone was just stopped attacking each other when Lamar got killed. Are you kidding me? You were literally holding the guy down and you're about to stab him. Why are you stop the fighting? It just seems stupid to me. Another thing. There is this one group from Wakanda. They're trying to go after Baron von Zemo. And for some odd reason, they attack John Walker really quickly. I know I'm defending John Walker, but there's something about this group, how they were saying, we have jurisdiction everywhere. But that's like saying if I was a New York police cop and I go to Africa and I'm like, I have jurisdiction everywhere. It just doesn't make any sense. And I really didn't care. I think Mind, here's the thing, I like the Wakandans, I like the fighters, I love the groups, but the problem is, though, how they wrote their dialogue just makes them seem like assholes. Maybe that's a nitpick, but to me, I just don't think John Walker was in the wrong when he literally just put his hand on her shoulder and just like, hey, I think we got him run off on the wrong foot, she attacks. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not winning me on this one. John Walker's the most evilest dude. Everyone just doesn't like him because he's took over Steve's spot. Whoop-de-doo. Another thing I absolutely hate, and this is Sharon Carter's storyline. Sharon Carter. Apparently she's been on the run all this dang time. Hasn't been back to America and all that stuff because she's not allowed to because she is a wanted convict because she helped Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers on the run. You're telling me Steve Rogers, who was still alive during this time, didn't get Sharon Carter pardoned? You're telling me nobody thought of this? You think it even mattered for the blip? Are you kidding me? I think they made Sharon Carter evil or not evil, like an antagonist. And I don't understand why. I don't agree with what they did with Sharon Carter's character. I don't agree with what they were doing with it. It just made no sense that after the events of Civil War, she's still a wanted fugitive after the blip attack. Bucky is pardoned by the government. Sharon Carter's not. I'm sorry. You ain't winning me on that one. The logic went out the window right there. Next, and my least favorite thing, I know a lot of people make excuse for this. Like, Sam Wilson gave up the shield to the museum. Sam is not stupid. You think they made Sam feel stupid at the beginning of the show? He gives the shield to the museum, and Sam doesn't think, oh, the government's not going to take that. Sam Wilson, the guy who's been on the run Captain America for 2 years, doesn't believe the government's going to take. Yeah, I'm sorry, you ain't getting me on that bullshit right there. This show was a very well done show. There's certain plot lines, certain dialogue scenes I did not enjoy, but overall it was a very, very good show. It got the main focus apart. They got the main thing they were set out to do was to make Sam Wilson Captain America. And they are building it up nicely. This was his origin story. I cannot wait for what they're going to do in the future for him, but for the future movies. If he has a season 2, I will be very much excited for it. So I'm excited where Sam Wilson's going. I just want him to get better training. I want him to get and better in combat, because again, when you're having a tough time with George St. Pierre, you got to do better than that. But yeah, that's my personal opinion, everybody. What you all think of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? You think it was a great show? You think it was a bad show? Please let me know what y'all think, everyone. Name's Shalise. I'm Alfred, everybody. Bye.